This is the all-new Community Connection. I'm your host, Jade, Harrell, keeping you connected to our community. RideFinders is the free service organization in our region that includes 9 counties in Missouri and Illinois that helps to organize carpools and vanpools in order to reduce traffic and emissions in our area. I'm joined today by S.J. Morrison, who's the director and marketing planner. To tell us more, S.J., thank you for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having me, Jade. Well, RideFinders, as you mentioned, is a free public service, and I think that's important to emphasize. What we do is try to get people to join carpools and vanpools. So we're not really selling a product. What we're selling is a lifestyle. We're trying to get people to consider getting out of their single occupancy vehicle, driving alone. And one of the things we know is that 83% of St. Louisans drive to work alone. And when I say St. Louisans, I mean the St. Louis region.
Sure. What's the impact of that?
Well, that means there's a lot. Number one, there's a lot of cars on the road.
Yeah.
It means there's a lot of vehicle emissions, so a lot of air pollution. And I also think that there is something to be said for people getting in a car together and riding together. There's a connection that's made there that can really have a positive impact on our region.
Well, science and research shows that social connection actually is good and helps you really overall with your well-being, is to have that connection and sense of community.
Absolutely, yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Sure. Well, let's talk about some of the economic impact then. I'm sure this would make a difference there.
Yeah, even though gas prices are low right now, the fact of the matter is that anytime that you're getting in your car, starting your car, driving, 10, 20, 30 miles each way, there's going to be wear and tear, there's maintenance, and there's fuel costs. What we're finding is that more and more, especially millennials, those born between 1982 and 2000, don't want to own a car. Some of them are coming out of college with debt, and they see owning a car as an unnecessary expense. And so they're looking for alternative ways of getting around, like public transportation, like carpooling, where they don't even have to own a car. They can literally ride with a friend or a coworker to work or to class and save money. And maybe they help out with gas from time to time, but it literally, with 2 people carpooling, you're cutting your commute costs in half. And the more people you add to that carpool, the more everyone's cost goes down. For sure.
Well, how does it work? How does RideFinders carry out this awesome service?
Well, it's actually really simple. We have a free online ride matching program, and we work with 900 employers throughout the St. Louis region to get folks into our system, to basically get them signed up. It's free to sign up. There's no cost, no obligation. You sign up, and we immediately send you a list of commuters who have a similar commute to you. So, for instance, say you're coming from St. Charles County into downtown St. Louis. So we'll send you a list of people that are within 3 miles or 5 miles, whatever radius you'd like, from your house to your workplace. And in most cases, a lot of the carpools end up being people just didn't even realize that coworker lived near them. and so what we do is it's sort of like a kind of like a dating service in that we are matching people up with similar commutes. And, you mentioned economic impact. I'm just looking at some numbers here. In the month of October, people, just this past month, people commuting through a carpool or vanpool collectively saved over $400,000.
Wow.
In the St. Louis region. That's a pretty significant savings.
Yes, it is.
And it eliminated about 111,000 pounds of toxic vehicle emissions.
I can imagine, man, over time, how much clearer our air and systems would be from that.
That's right. And St. Louis has been fortunate in some ways in that we don't have a lot of traffic problems, right? We don't have a lot of parking problems. There's some, but it's not bad compared to other major metropolitan areas, the LA's, Chicago, New York, and so on. So people haven't felt the push to pursue alternative transportation modes as much yet. But I think that those have not only realized some cost savings, but also a quality of life improvement. There's something to be said for letting someone else do the driving.
Yeah.
And be able to take back your commute, being able to use that time to catch up on emails, to, scroll through Facebook or whatever it is that you do in your free time. Maybe read the morning paper. And so that's actually one of the things that we find people tell us when gas prices went down. They said, we decided to keep commuting through carpooling because it was convenient.
Let's shift the conversation and talk a little bit about the projects that you're working on and some of your outreach.
Sure. So one of the things that we have done is partnered with the St. Louis Regional Chamber recently on their Green Business Challenge. And this has been a fantastic opportunity for us to connect with employers in the St. Louis region who are wanting to be more sustainable, who want to be more green. And what they don't realize is that some of these employers are spending a lot of money to try to be more sustainable. RideFinders is a free public service that can actually come in and offer benefits for employees at no cost to the employer.
Oh, wow.
And so, for instance, any individual who is registered, any carpooling or vanpooling individual at your workplace who's registered with us, and again, it's free to register, is eligible for the Guaranteed Ride Home, which is 4 free taxi rides home a year in the event of an emergency. So one of the things that we found was people would say, something like, well, I would carpool, but I have kids and I need to be able to get home if somebody gets sick or what if there's an emergency. And so the Guaranteed Ride Home program eliminates that excuse. It says, okay, if you're registered with us and you're carpooling, we'll send a taxi to pick you up and take you home up to a 60-mile drive at our expense 4 times a year.
Oh, wow.
And so it literally is a free Guaranteed Ride Home if you need it. And the beauty of the Guaranteed Ride Home program is that everybody signs up for it, but less than 2% of our users ever use it once. It's more of a peace of mind, knowing that exists. Knowing that they have a way home if they need it, or if the same thing happens to the person that's their ride,
right.
If the person driving has to go home for an emergency and they're stuck. So that's an added perk, and so getting the word out to employers, working with employers to help promote that benefit has really been helpful for us. We also recently in October gave out the Regional Sustainability Awards. We recognized 3 employers in the St. Louis region who have gone above and beyond the call of duty in terms of promoting alternative transportation modes at their workplace, encouraging their employees to consider alternative modes. And again, there's no cost to them. We do the work. One of the things that I tell employers is, we do the work, you get the benefits.
Right.
We'll come to your workplace, talk to your employees. We'll get them signed up. We'll provide the benefits. We'll provide the materials and the free ride matching website. Just give us an opportunity to get in the door and have a conversation.
So who operates RideFinders?
So RideFinders is actually operated by Madison County Transit, which is a public transportation provider. But we are the region's federally mandated carpool vanpool program. And what that means is, shortly after the Clean Air Act of 1990, the federal government said if your region doesn't attain a certain air quality level, then you must have a carpool vanpool program. And so they provide federal funds to operate RideFinders, which allows us to go out and market the program, to do outreach efforts, events, to provide incentives to get people to carpool and vanpool. And so we've been doing that since 1994. We have operated the RideFinders program. And in that time, we've literally seen 37 million pounds of pollution eliminated in the St. Louis region, and which is that's a staggering number. It's almost hard to wrap your mind around that, but But it's true, and we're proud of those numbers. But we always feel like we could do better.
Sure. Well, what is your hope? What would be your ideal RideFinders scenario and impact?
So, right now, I mentioned that we are in October that we eliminated 111,000 pounds of vehicle emissions, and so what I would like to see us do is eliminate an additional 300,000 pounds of pollution a year. Nice. I think that's really attainable, and I'd also like to see us grow the percentage of people carpooling. Right now, about 7.2% of the St. Louis region carpools or vanpools to work. That's not bad, but it's not great either. And it's a good foundation. We're happy to have that foundation there. Again, I feel like we could do better. There's people out there that could be carpooling that just aren't because they don't know about the benefits and they don't know that there's people that they can be carpooling with.
Sure, and that's a noble goal. And maybe they don't know how easy it is. So say I want to sign up, I want to get started. What would that look like for me?
Well, you have a lot of different options. One, you could go to RideFinders.org, which is our website, and you can very quickly enter your information, and we automatically send you a list of people that you could be carpooling with. And it's up to you then to contact them and try to set up a carpool. You can call us at 1-800-VIP-RIDE. We also have a local 314 number, 314-621-7433, that folks can call and talk to one of our account representatives. What's great about our program is we literally have account representatives that can help you with your commute, help you find somebody to carpool with so that you're not, kind of out there on your own trying to track somebody down. Sure. We want to help.
Yeah. Is this a one-way street? Who drives?
It depends. We have some situations where only one person in a carpool has a car, and so they're the driver, and then the passengers just provide gas money and so on. In other cases, everybody has a car, and they take turns driving. So it could go a lot of different ways. And our vanpool program is also something that if there are 5 or more people that want to ride together to the same workplace, we actually can provide a van, and there's a monthly fee affiliated with that. But it's a very affordable fee. We're not trying to make money here. We're trying to just cover our costs. And we provide the van, the insurance, the fuel, the preventative maintenance for that van. That's all wrapped up into that monthly fee. And so we've got almost 50 vans throughout the St. Louis region going to different employers. And so we're proud of that. And
I'm proud of it, too. That's pretty awesome.
It is. It really is. And so that's a program that we're hoping to continue to grow as well.
I love it. Well, go ahead and send out that invitation then, would you, SJ?
Absolutely. So if you'd be interested in learning more about RideFinders, we encourage you again to visit RideFinders.org or to call 314-621-7433 or 1-800-VIP-RIDE. We'd love to get you or your employees set up to carpool or vanpool. Again, we do the work. You get the benefit.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you today, S.J. Morrison, Director and Marketing Planner for RideFinders, and this great opportunity for us in our community to connect and clear the air. Thank you again for being with us.
Thank you so much, Jade. It's been a pleasure.
All right, that's it for this week. If you have questions or comments or have something you'd like to include in the community calendar, you can leave a message on our message box at 314-333-8369, 314-333-8369. And for more information about our show or any of our guests, you can visit us online and listen to the podcasts at Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. And search Community Connection with Jade Harrell. You all be blessed, do blessed, and take care.